Welcome to NMN Namandria's #1 news station. I'm your host, Kenna Stark. And tonight, big promises, bigger questions. Mayor Fox is charging into his second year with a sweeping zoning overhaul, pledging jobs, small business growth, and desperately needed housing. But behind the bold headlines, a darker narrative may be unfolding. Properties tied to political donors, contracts awarded to shadowy firms, and millions in campaign funds appearing from nowhere. While City Hall paints a picture of revitalization, critics whisper another word: laundering. Fast-tracked permits, quiet zoning changes, a paper trail that doesn't quite add up. The mayor calls it progress, but in a city built on secrets, many are watching and waiting for the cracks to show. We'll continue to track these developments and bring you the latest as investigations, both formal and informal, continue to unfold. For now, I'm Kenna Stark of NMN Namandria's #1 news station. Heyo and Welcome to Build and Beautify Season 2. In this Cities Skylines modded Let's Play, we'll build Eneida Bay, a vibrant city of our dreams featuring transit-oriented development, clean energy, and deep city detailing. In our last episode, we witnessed Mayor Fox's first year in office as he built the first of two promised early education schools in East Syracuse. After that, we saw the expanded development of Downtown Crossing and another block of mixed-use residential buildings, as well as new high-density residential blocks snuggled between the Eneida Bay Highway and the canal. So if you happen to miss the last episode, then click on the info card above or check out the entire Build and Beautify Season 2 playlist located in the description below. In today's episode, we're going to massively expand on our zoning development by focusing on each RCI category: residential, commercial, industry, as well as sprinkle in some office buildings and mixed-use zoning. This will result in a fairly laid-back and relaxing episode where we will focus on plopping buildings and detailing in our typical Eneida Bay fashion. So, are you enjoying building Eneida Bay? If so, hit that like button, subscribe, share this video with a friend, and let me know in the comments what features you would build in your dream city. If you can't wait to see the season unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. And don't miss out on our Eneida Bay merchandise linked in the description below. Alrighty, so I'm wicked excited to dig my fingers into the Plop the Growable mod and some deep city detailing. So, kick back, grab your favorite beverage, and please enjoy. Welcome back to NMN Namandria's #1 news station. I'm your host, Kenna Stark. Tonight, the city breaks ground on a wave of new residential neighborhoods, part of an ambitious plan to ease the housing crisis and reshape the urban sprawl. Mayor Fox touts the development as modern, inclusive, and essential, promising thousands of new units, many labeled as affordable. But behind the ribbon cuttings and renderings, questions are surfacing. Some of the land was acquired under questionable deals, and critics say zoning changes were rushed through with little community input. While families desperately seek shelter, others wonder who these homes are really being built for and who stands to profit. As the city grows upward and outward, so too does the scrutiny. We'll be back after a short break to discuss the industrial expansion happening in the Old Harbor area. So let's talk about the building plans for finishing and expanding this section of our residential block. Personally, I love how the bright red brick buildings contrast against the waterfront of the canal, and thus we will probably continue this pattern of building along the rest of the canal, focusing the waterfront on the shorter height, open walkability, and park-friendly concept we began developing. We'll also then sprinkle in some more residential housing, being sure to add in medium density as well as a few low-rent housing. As we build this area out, I really want to hone in and focus on the micro detailing of this area, ensuring that we have plenty of planters, trees, invisible pedestrian roads, as I feel this honestly adds a lot of life to an area, and probably some park assets as well. The game has finally begun to catch up with all the building, so I'm sort of looking forward to breaking our RCI demand again. Welcome back to NMN, Namandria's #1 news station. I'm your host, Kenna Stark. The city is pushing forward with a major expansion of industrial zones, a move Mayor Fox calls a cornerstone of economic revival. Plans include a massive industrial park in the Old Harbor area, projected to bring thousands of jobs and attract advanced manufacturing, logistics, and tech companies to Eneida Bay. But while officials celebrate the promise of growth, critics point out to the speed of approvals, vague environmental assessments, and contracts awarded to firms with ties to political donors. Community leaders warn the expansion could strain infrastructure and displace nearby residents if oversight falls short. As bulldozers roll in and steel rises, the city faces a familiar crossroads. Progress on paper and the price paid off camera. I'm Kenna Stark, and we'll be back after this brief break. Next, we have this block of road left over from when we initially built our massive recycling center many episodes ago. If you recall, we moved the recycling center deeper into the Old Harbor area so that the air pollution would not draft into the residential neighborhoods of Syracuse, leaving just the road network in place. Now, I would like to expand this area with some generic zoning, which hopefully will have less of an effect on the air pollution than the recycling center did, while preserving the original road layout. So let's jump on in, as I want to start by placing down some manufacturing buildings using the Plop the Growables, and then start by zooming in block by block to get some industrial detailing in place, as honestly, I adore industrial detailing and park detailing. And I guess kind of any detailing. Welcome back to NMN, Namandria's #1 news station. I'm your host, Kenna Stark. A bold new financial district is rising downtown, anchored by the Bank of Eneida Bay and backed by millions in both private and public investment. The planned office park, historic and dense, promises to position the city as a regional hub for banking, fintech, and corporate finance. City officials call it a game changer, but behind the polished renderings lies a more complicated picture. Sources suggest Mayor Fox may soon take a seat on the Bank of Eneida Bay's board of directors, a move that, while legal, raises serious ethical questions. With permits fast-tracked and tax breaks flowing freely, critics wonder, is this urban progress a political profit dressed in glass and steel? After this short break, we will delve into the constructions developing in Downtown Crossing. I'm Kenna Stark. Stay tuned. For a few episodes now, I have been debating how to add the central bank asset that came with the base game into Eneida Bay, as well as decide what to do with this parcel of land right here behind Millyard Number 1. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't actually think of an office park to begin with. So I won't probably expand the entire office park throughout this entire block, as that is just simply a lot of offices. But for now, I think we will end our park right about here. This way, we can leave the area closer to Millyard 1 as more mixed-use industrial and office if we wish to expand in that direction later on. Now, this office park is probably going to be a bit different, as I do not want a lot of open, grassy office park area that, honestly, we're kind of used to seeing in modern day times, but instead a denser one that capitalizes on the Northeast USA Content Creator Pack and holds a little more of a historic vibe to blend into the central bank. A part of this is an experiment to explore the Northeast USA office assets a bit more, as I think it would be wicked cool if we could fuse the office assets and some residential assets together to create a new type of mixed-use zoning. However, for now, we will stick just to the offices. Let me know down in the comments if you have tried this fusion or if any cool fusion ideas come to mind when you think about it. Welcome back to NMN, Nemandria's #1 news station. I'm your host, Kenna Stark. Downtown Crossing is getting a serious upgrade, and it's quickly becoming the place to be. Think modern co-working spaces, craft breweries, rooftop gyms, and late-night eats, all packed into a walkable district built for work and play. City leaders say this isn't just about real estate, it's about building a lifestyle hub where startups launch, connections happen, and weekends actually stay in the city. With new housing and local brands moving in fast, Downtown Crossing is turning into more than a destination. It's becoming the city's next big power zone. I've been Kenna Stark, your host for this evening's news on NMN, Nemandria's #1 news station. So let's talk about the plan to continue our expansion in what has been dubbed Downtown Crossings right off the displaced Parklow. Honestly, I love how this area is turning out with the mixed-use zoning, bringing not just commercial businesses but also residential spaces to what is the heart of the downtown area. However, I want to create a variation with our next segment by expanding with some pure high-rise, high-density North American commercial assets as well. So, as you can see, I have already laid out some street parking in this area so we can focus on plopping in our buildings and micro-detailing around them. I want to continue to focus on walkability, open plazas with planters and greenery, as well as some pocket parks to provide additional entertainment to this area. So let's jump on in and let me know in the comments your thoughts on how Downtown Crossings is turning out. Should we add anything in particular to this area or continue to focus on thick wall-to-wall northeast density? Alrighty, everyone. I think that just about wraps up today's episode. So, if you enjoyed today's episode, please hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below letting me know your thoughts on today's build. If you're excited to see the next episode unfold, consider becoming a channel member for exclusive perks, emojis, and early access to the videos. And don't forget to check out our Eneida Bay merchandise linked in the description below. Until next time, I hope everyone has a phenomenal week.